I'll talk to you now about a very important subject, namely the training and the different methods of training. So, generally, the training that is given in an organization by the employer to the employees for the benefit of the organization and also for the benefit of the employees for that matter. See, training, it is an organized activity aimed at imparting the information and instructions to improve the recipient's performance and help him to attain a required level of knowledge or skill. So, training is a learning process which involves the acquisition of knowledge, sharpening of the skills, the concepts, rules, changing of attitudes and behaviors to enhance the performance of the employees. And it teaches the knowledge and the methods are required to fulfill the dreams and achieve the success in life. The most important element in a training situation is the trainer. So, the trainer who is enthusiastic, energetic, and genuinely interested in both the subject and getting his or her message across, he will evoke the greatest response from the trainees. So, the trainer who lacks interest in training and who has little or no enthusiasm for the subject of the training and who merely goes through the motions of the training is a failure, a great failure. And such a trainer, he wastes not only his time or her time, but also that of the trainees, the participants. And successful training means it is that which produces the desired result. It lies almost entirely in the hands of the trainer. So, in a sound, productive training situation, there is mutual respect and trust between them, between the trainer and the trainees, with the trainer taking care of even the weakest fellow in the batch. So, the training activities within an organization, it covers the major areas, namely the knowledge, the skills, also the behavioral aspects. So, coming to knowledge, it becomes necessary for an organization to impart their required knowledge to its employees at the time of their joining the organization or to the existing employees for new jobs to be entrusted to them. And subsequently, it is necessary to update the knowledge available with the employees in line with the changes in the methods, procedures, and the technologies. So such a training is provided also at the time of the promotions to the employees. And coming to skills, the term skill is used to describe the applied knowledge. So in other words, knowledge to be put to use in real life situations. So development of skills, it depends on the knowledge, aptitudes and experience. So skill is developed mainly over a period of time through working and experience. So employees, they should get opportunities to perform. And coming to behavior, the modern training methods help the employees to develop the behavior patterns which are appropriate to the jobs and responsibilities with which they are entrusted. So there are two aspects of behavior which are important for working in an organization. The first is the individual and the second is the behavior of the individual in a group. So behavior in a group is important in large organizations for the achievement of greater effectiveness. And traditionally, training used to be focused on technical and mechanical skills, the motor skills, what we call. But training has to focus also on the interpersonal and social skills, on listening, on control over body language, on communication, and the presentation skills, etc., etc. So, particularly in the context of customer satisfaction, the human resources and the services are becoming the major thrust areas of the organizational strategy, in business today. So a training class provides opportunity to try out and experiment with a new pattern of behavior, and it provides opportunity for testing different responses that may ultimately cause the behavior modifications. So training methodologies that have been developed for reading, hearing, seeing, doing the reflection. So the trainer provides for the exchanges of observations and the reflection within the class. So employees require better job opportunities, better job knowledge to perform their jobs effectively. So trainings in an organization, again, it can be divided into two broad types. They are on-the-job trainings and off-the-job trainings. Coming to on-job training, on-job trainings are given to the employees while they are conducting their regular works at the same places, their place of work. In this way, they do not lose time while they are training or learning. And the success of these trainings, it also depends on the immediate supervisor and his teaching abilities. So these are more useful for scientific and the technical personnel. In these cases, the trainers offer opportunities for the trainees to interact with the senior executives, demonstrate their abilities, and also exploit their potential. So trainers help the trainees in the on-job training in developing the necessary competencies through practical job assignment and necessary feedback. So trainers offer support, guidance, and encouragement to the trainees on the job so that the trainees gain confidence on the job. So the basic behavior modeling is also one of the on-job trainings. Modeling, role-playing, social reinforcement, transfer of learning, job rotation, the apprenticeship training, the committee assignments, the internship, coaching, etc., are the methods of on-the-job training in which the trainees spend good amount of time with experienced guide, coach, or trainer. So trainees are asked to solve the actual problems. So when it is being done by the trainer also corrects the errors on the spot, that is simultaneously, spontaneously. So in this, a direct relation exists between the trainees and the trainers. And coming to off-job training, the trainee is separated from the job situation and his attention is focused on learning the material related to his future job performance. So here, off-the-job techniques include the lectures, special study, the audio-visual, conferences or discussions, even the case studies, role-playing, simulation, the programmed instructions, and the laboratory trainings. So most of these techniques are too costly. So there is also what is called as the vestibule training. That is simulating the actual work condition in a classroom by using the material, by using the files and the equipment which are used in the actual job performance. And then comes the role playing. So this requires the human interaction with realistic behavior in imaginary situations. And this role-playing method of training, it involves both the theory and practicals. So this method is used for developing the interpersonal interactions and the relations. And there are also what are called the lecture method, conference approach method, the programmed instructions, etc. Coming to the lecture method, it's a traditional and direct method of instruction. The trainer organizes the material and he delivers a talk. Whereas in the conference approach, apart from lecturing, the trainees are involved in a discussion so that the doubts about the job get clarified. So audio-visual aids like the blackboards, mock-ups, and these slides are used. Lectures or video audio taped Uh, Lectures are also used in this conference approach. And coming to the programmed instruction training, the subject matter here to be learned, it is presented in a series of sequential units, simple to more complex level of instruction. So these are, in general, the different training methods that an organization makes use of to train their candidates, to train their employees, so that they can get a better output from their employees, and that their employees can definitely, I mean, face the uh, situations of greater responsibilities in the organization later.